So now it's my turn to make some demands. I'd like some truth-telling too, thanks all the same. And here's the truth-telling I would like to hear at a royal commission into the Australian government's, plural, responses to COVID-19. I'd like to see all the health advice relied on by our chief health officers, those same geniuses who can't tell you what a woman is and who think that there's a serious risk of people catching COVID from a football or a pizza box. I'd like to see them subject to the forensic scrutiny of an open and transparent cost-benefit analysis of all decisions, restrictions, and mandates relating to the coronavirus. I would like to know what cost-benefits analysis was specifically applied to calls for mandatory vaccination at all levels and ages of society. And I would like a transparent cost-benefit analysis of the health risks posed to the average member of the public by A, all those small businesses or individuals who were driven into bankruptcy over the last 2 years by lockdowns. B, all those communities that were locked down in rural areas far from anywhere the virus had been. And C, of all those individuals who, as is their right, were hesitant about being vaccinated and therefore were forced out of employment and lost their entire livelihood despite the Prime Minister of the day insisting vaccination was not mandatory in this country. And D, we must have a thorough cost-benefit analysis of the damage done to an entire generation of school kids by shutting down their schools. I would like a transparent, truthful account of what data or information the police relied upon that gave officers permission to harass and abuse everyday Australians, as I've just shown you, for merely questioning or protesting about lockdowns and other COVID restrictions. On top of which, we urgently need a full and frank comparison of costs, lives and deaths, pro rata between our responses to COVID and that of other nations or states, such as Sweden or Florida, that did not impose draconian restrictions on their populations. Australians deserve urgently a royal commission into the Australian government's responses to COVID. And chief among those witnesses called must be former Prime Minister Scott Morrison, former Health Minister Greg Hunt, TGA Chief John Skerritt, Chief Medical Officers Brendan Murphy, Paul Kelly, and Nick Coatsworth, the latter being, in my opinion, one of the few unequivocally good guys in this whole miserable saga. All the state and territory premiers and chief ministers and all the state and territory chief health officers and police chiefs. I repeat, the responses to COVID in this country made us a byword for authoritarianism and government overreach around the world and has left countless lives, families and businesses, not to mention our reputation as an enviable tourist destination, in tatters. No Australian government must ever be permitted to behave in this way again.